Here's a list of every UFO whistleblower. If I missed anyone, feel free to mention them in the comments. Jonathan Gray, officer of the U.S. intelligence community with a top-secret clearance working for the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. David Fravor, a retired naval pilot and commander. Nat Kobbetz, aeronautical engineer, director of advanced technology development and assessment, director of research and development, and program manager for advanced ships, foreign and shipbuilding. Carl Nell, former Army colonel. Gary Nolan, immunologist. Arthur Exon, Brigadier General. Jonathan Gray, officer of the U.S. intelligence community with a top-secret clearance working for the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. Robert Sarbacher, physicist, consultant with the U.S. Department of Defense Research and Development Board. Stanton Friedman, nuclear physicist. He worked on advanced, classified programs on nuclear aircraft, fission and fusion rockets, and compact nuclear power plants for space applications. Since the 1980s, he consulted for the radon detection industry. Friedman's professional affiliations included the American Nuclear Society, the American Physical Society, the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, and AFTRA. Hamish, Space Security Chief and Brigadier General who headed Israel's aerospace and satellite programs for 30 years, made a grandiose claim in 2020 about a federation that exists with an agreement that we as a society are not supposed to know of their presence. Colonel Holanda from Brazil, a respected and high-ranking career military who claimed the U.S. was involved. Colonel Corso wrote an entire book about reverse engineering UFOs. He was no less credible than Grush, but still no one in power took it seriously. It's like 90% of the world is sleepwalking. Paul Hellyer, bizarrely similar, in 2005, who served as Canada's Minister of Defense, also made this claim under testimony of a federation that exists and has a level of no-contact agreement that was in place, as being revealed in a public official capacity could lead to too much of an abrupt shock to our belief systems and risks disruption to our way of life. Jose Carlos Pereira, brigadier from Brazilian Air Force. Luis Elizondo, former U.S. Army counterintelligence special agent and former employee of the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence. Jim Schell, the former chief scientist for Air Force Space Command. Clifford Stone, U.S. Army Sergeant. Keller, biochemist who managed AAWSAP contract with Defense Intelligence Agency. Jesse Marcel, Lieutenant Colonel. Chase Brandon, ex-CIA agent. Walter Haut, Public Information Officer at the 509th Bomb Group. Thomas Dubose, Brigadier General. Arthur Exon, Brigadier General.